What's up, guys? This is Josh, and we're here today with Terraria. I guess I haven't actually heard anybody pronounce it, so I don't really know how you say the word, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Terraria because that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, I downloaded this game over the weekend. I heard some people compare it to Minecraft, and kind of wanted to check it out myself. It's like $9. It's like $9.99 on Steam. So I went ahead and downloaded it. I was like, what the hell, you know? I'll give it a shot. So I've been playing around with it on the weekend, and I wanted to show you guys. I was actually going to do a video of me just starting playing, just start playing and recording and let you guys see how it was, but I actually did record, and I was noticing that it was a lot of me just kind of figuring things out, and it was kind of boring. So didn't really want to do that. I kind of like to keep my videos at least somewhat informational and educational, if you will. And so I just wanted to kind of record. I'm going to start with a new player and a new world to show you guys just some things that I learned and have read on the internet, like on the wiki and stuff, that I've learned to do when you're first starting the game. But first I want to show you some settings. They actually have some pretty cool settings in here. Let's see, which one was it? The video. Yeah, the lighting. You can actually change. Now you can't really see it here, but when we get in the game I'll show you. But you can actually change the lighting of the game, which is really cool because they got different lighting effects in it. And that's one thing that I really like about the game and about the graphics, is because their lighting is really awesome. The different kind of like the glow sticks or the torches you use, or even the creatures in the world, the way the lighting is on those is rendered on the game is very nice. But they do have a lot of different options in the in the options menu, in the settings menu. You can change the cursor color, the volume, of course, controls, yada yada yada. Now I will tell you, in controls, if you're coming from Minecraft, the controls in this game actually, like when you pause and go into your inventory and everything, it's hotkeyed to the escape key. Now what I did was I went in and changed that to E, because I'm used to Minecraft and hitting E is what I kept doing, and I'm like, why isn't my inventory coming up? So if you want to do that, then I would advise you going into controls. If you're coming from Minecraft, it'll make things a lot easier. So they do have multiplayer in this game. The multiplayer, there are no servers or anything like that, kind of like Minecraft. You can either join someone's server, or you can host a server and play. Now to join, of course you have to type in someone's IP address, the IP address of the server that you're trying to connect to, and to host you would have to set up your server and then invite people to come and join your server. Anyways, let's go on to single player. I've already got this character, I've already got my world, I've been in it for a while, I played it quite a bit over the weekend, so I'm gonna step back, I'm gonna create a new character and create a new world, and that way you get to see exactly what you start out with and everything. So we're gonna go with to save time, we're just gonna stick, but you can see you can change his eyes, his skin tone, his clothes, male, female. Now I'm gonna stick with they got different difficulties here, and I'm gonna stick with softcore because that's what I did on my main. I like, in Minecraft you lose everything if you die. You gotta go back and get everything. And when I was looking at the little trailer for the game, I noticed that a lot of the stuff you do is underground, and it's way underground. And I didn't really, yes, people probably call me a noob or whatever for going softcore, but I didn't really want to lose all the stuff I'd worked so hard to get. So money is good enough, because there is a vendor in this. You can actually purchase items. So to me, money was a good enough, deterrent for dying, I guess you could say. And I tell you, another good deterrent I found while playing is actually having to get back to where you were at, because when you don't really want to have to get back if you're down there and you're on the move and you're really trying to get to a certain place. You really don't want to have to try to travel all the way back down. Medium core, you drop items on death, and then hardcore, you die for good, which means you start all over. And so we're not even gonna play with that. Homie don't play that way. At least this guy doesn't. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and stay with softcore. We're gonna create inner character name. We'll just call this guy Neil. I don't know why, and I think I actually spelt that wrong, but whatever. We're gonna stick with that. Let's pick him, and we're gonna create a world. Actually, we'll jump into It's a Small World, because I didn't. We'll show you this. Hang on, I'm getting sidetracked here. getting all tongue twisted and everything else. You can actually choose the world size. Small worlds are actually going to be more condensed. The dungeons and stuff, you're not going to have as many enemies, and I've actually researched a little bit on this. It's going to be a little more condensed. The world's not going to have is not going to be as much spread out. It won't take you that long to get to the edge of the map. In other words, medium, as you would expect, is a little bit bigger, and there's a little more areas to explore. And large is, of course, the biggest one. Now, I made the large map on my map, the one that I played, because I wanted to get the full effect. I wanted to have a huge map to explore, but we're just going to go ahead and start off with a small map here. We're going to call it World 3 and go ahead and create it. Now, it takes a few minutes to create it. The Minecraft actually loads up a lot quicker. The Terraria actually takes a little bit, but it's not too bad, as you can see. We'll go ahead and jump into this world and see what's up. Alright, as you can see, it's a little bit different setting. It's actually a side-scrolling game. This little guy right here is actually your little guide, and you can actually click help, and he'll give you a little kind of noob questions that you might have on learning. I actually did learn quite a bit from this guy, so he's definitely nice to have around. The first thing you want to do, if you'll notice up here, you start off with a copper sword, a large copper pickaxe, and an agile copper axe. Now, this thing, if you'll notice, you have different, I guess you could say, enchantments on the stats of each weapon and each tool that you'll get. They all have different stats, and they'll each have a different type of, I guess you could say, enchantment on it, or bonus stat. Like this one has plus 12% size. Now, I've crafted several different tools and swords in my other game, and the thing that I'm noticing is that it seems to be random. That bonus stat seems to be random with what, I don't know if there's anything specific that you can do to actually get what you want out of a crafted item. I think it is just random. So that's something to note. If I'm wrong, you guys feel free, if you're experiencing this game, feel free to tell me, because like I said, I just got this weekend. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to grab your axe, and you want to start just chopping away at wood, and grab you quite a bit of wood. And these are all you have to worry about during the daytime. Little gels or jellies or whatever they're called. I don't really know the technical term for them or what they call them in the game, but they're like little balls of goo, and they're pretty much just an aggravation. Your little sword should be more than enough to take them out in 1 or 2 hits, or actually 2 to 3 hits, I should say. But anyways, when you use the axe, you're gonna notice, I found this out, wherever you actually hack at the wood, if you start cutting it down right here, you can see it left the stump of the tree. So I don't like doing that. I like grabbing it all the way down here. And once you get, I've got 101 pieces of wood. That's another thing. It's not quite as I guess you could say not frustrating, but you get a lot more wood for your work. You know, in Minecraft, you hack away on a piece of wood and you get, like, you know, 1 piece of wood, 1 block of wood. But this you get several. So we're gonna go ahead and get a decent amount of wood. And if you'll notice the sun up on the screen, the sun's actually kind of like your time of day. It kind of rolls with the day. When the sun starts getting over here on the right hand of the screen, it's gonna start getting darker. And you want to have a house built before dark. You definitely want to have a house built. Now, I did do some research on the housing, and because it is kind of, that guide only gives you so much to go off of. Your first house is pretty much just going to be a wood house, and what you're going to do is it needs to have a wood floor, as I believe. I'm not, you know, like I said, guys, I'm not an expert at this, but from what I've researched, I think it has to have a wood floor. We're just going to build a real quick basic house here, and I'm going to show you a few things. So, okay, and then come down. Alright, now what we're going to build is a workbench. If you'll notice something about the crafting menu, the workbench here, if I want to create the workbench, all I have to do is click on it. Now, these are the items that you can create without a workbench. A workbench is going to allow you to create more items, and different items, and more advanced stuff, I guess you could say, with more material. So that's the first thing you want to create. Well, if you'll notice, you don't actually have to, select anything. You just click on what you want. If you have the items in your inventory, you're going to make it. So we'll throw that out right there. And as you can see, that it expanded. And now I have several different things I can make, including a wooden sword and wooden hammer. Now you're going to want to make a hammer. And it took me a while to figure out this. And that's another thing I had to research was what I would need to actually remove stuff, and this will help you remove stuff that you've created, like the crafting table, and if you put a door in, or if you put a back wall up, which I'm about to show you how to do. This will show you how to actually change that and actually edit it. It's basically your editing tool. Next thing you're going to want to do after you have the crafting table is to make a wood wall. Make some wood walls. You're going to want quite a few of them. We're going to go ahead and run it up to about 60. We'll just say 60. We'll put that there. We'll get out of the crafting menu. We'll select our wood walls, and you're going to want to put a back wall. Now see what it is the sky here. If you have sky on your back wall, it's not going to be considered a house because monsters can actually still spawn. You have to actually fully enclose it, and the wall option gives you the ability to close it in. So this is what you do. You pretty much just, it's kind of like coloring in a coloring book. You just fill in the lines in between the lines. So you put this in here, and you see I didn't make enough, so I go back in here and make some more. Fill all this in. Oh, got a little out of this. I got my coloring skills are not so great. Now I can show you what you use the axe for, or what you use the hammer for. You can actually kind of clean it up with the hammer. It'll allow you to remove this. If you try to use like your pickaxe or whatever, you're not going to be able to do anything. You have to have a hammer. Your hammer's going to let you take up stuff that you've created in the world. And a pickaxe will not mine wood. You have to use an axe. Now what we're going to do though is create some doors, because you got to have a way to get in and out, right? So we're going to grab us 2 doors. That way we can exit on each side. And we'll cut some of this wood away, and we'll drop us a door there. Now all you do is just left click on it to drop the door. Yeah, and we'll drop the door there. And you just right click on a door or whatever it is you're trying to use it. Now what we need to do is we need a source of light. You can make torches from the gels. Now these gels come from those jellies that I killed earlier. You can see I got 4 gels from them, and I got some copper coins. But the gels from those little balls of goo that jump around are actually what you use to make torches. So we're going to make a few of those. I actually go ahead and make all the gels that we have. We're going to go ahead and make those. And as you can see, unlike Minecraft, in this game, when you hold a torch, it actually emits light. So you can use that just to kind of see what you're looking at when you're down in dungeons or whatever, in caverns. You don't actually have to place the torch to put the light down. You can actually just hold it. Excuse me. Now, these torches, basically your qualifications for a house, to be an actual house, it has to have a back wall, it has to have a source of light, and you also have to have a table. Now this is kind of odd, but you have to have a table, and you have to have a chair. So we're going to go ahead and make at least 1 chair, and we're going to throw it right there, because that's where a chair should go, next to the table. Now if you'll notice, if I click the little house icon up here, I can housing query, and I can ask it, hey, is this house alright? And you can see down here in the left hand corner of the screen, this housing is suitable. Now what you can do is you can actually toggle this little guy right here. This is your guide, and you can say, I want him to live in here. So this is his house. So now he'll hang out in his house here. Now basically the thing you want to do is there's different criteria for actually and as you can see, I was able to do all this before nightfall, and that's what you want to do, because you can hang out in here too, and just you can actually take this up right here. Let's select our X. You can actually take up a couple pieces right here, and you can start mining. You can go ahead and start mining right here, and make you a little entrance to a mine and start going down. This game is very and it's not so much lateral as it is vertical, I guess is the words I'm looking for here. It's really when you're, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to do two things at once: talk and fix this. It's vertical. It's a very vertical game. Everything you want pretty much is down below you. There are some things that you're going to want to explore to the left and right, but we'll get into that in a later video. But you're really going to be digging a lot in this game, which is cool because there's a lot of dungeons and a lot of caverns to explore and enemies to kill. There's tons of enemies in this game and tons of different weapons and armor. So this game is really awesome. I'm really enjoying it. Let's see, what else was I going to talk to you guys about before we close this video out? I can't really think of anything else. I think I pretty much covered how to survive and kind of make sure that you don't die on your first night. And at night, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. At night, the zombies will spawn, and zombies will start coming for you. Wherever you're at, they're just pretty much going to just make their way and come here. A good tip at night, if you are in your house and just kind of trying to sit out the night, is you can let them pile up on this door. They'll actually beat on this door to try to get in. And if you don't want them to knock your door down, because they won't actually open the door, but they will knock it down. And a good way to do this, I saw this on somebody else's video, is to actually just throw you a couple blocks. Like, well, that's the wood wall. I didn't want that. Is to actually stack you a couple blocks right here, and then they can't beat that door down. They won't be able to. So you'll be perfectly safe. And but a good tip too, if you just want to kill zombies for some monies, is to just let them pile up here on the door, and then take your sword out, open the door, and just sit here and stab them while they're sitting there. So that's a good little tip that I just figured out. Anyways, on my next videos, I'll get more in depth into like mining and stuff like that. But I really wanted to just show you how to get your initial structure built. You're going to want to build more structures, even a town. Even you're going to build several. And I'll probably jump into my world here. I don't know if I will in the next video, possibly the one after that. And I'll show you kind of what I've got set up. And it's not the most grand thing or epic thing or anything like that. I'm new to this game, so you'll be learning with me. But I have figured a few things out, and this is just kind of a video to show you how to basically survive the first night and get your initial structure built. But yeah, so keep an eye out for new videos on Terraria, and this will be a new game I'm exploring, and we'll just have some fun together with it. So you guys like these videos, if you like them. If this was helpful to you, please let me know. If it wasn't helpful to you and you really can't stand my videos, then let me know that too. I accept all criticism. And yeah, subscribe, because like I said in other videos, that makes me want to make more. So anyways, you guys have a good one, and thanks for watching.